Welcome back, everybody. It's Paul Maglow here with Train Valley 2. We're taking a look at build number 11, and I think I need to turn the music on. Still feel like that's kind of loud for some reason. I don't know why, I just do. If I turn it down this way, there we go. It's really weird because I'm wearing this hat right now because I cut my hair all the way back over the spring break because I was getting sick and tired of certain things that I'll explain in a moment. But I can still hear through these headphones even though the hat's in the way. So that's kind of interesting. And I'd have the effects turned on, but I know I'm going to be working on this, editing it, compiling everything together, and I know the ringing sound that takes place when a train goes into a station that they just added plays when I'm editing. It's gonna make my brother lose his darn mind. So as a courtesy to him, I'm just going to keep those off. And we're just gonna take a look. And there are 20 levels. There are now officially 20 levels. You can actually buy it right now. And you get a discount if you bought the first Train Valley, I think. That's what I did. I got that, so not a lot has actually changed for the levels that we've seen. So I think it's about time we go over and see some of the other levels that we haven't seen, because, of course, there's so many of them. And the stars work all the way, finally. And it was kind of difficult for me to get them all, but I did get them all over the weekend. I think I finished it last night on Sunday. It was April Fool's, but also Easter. A 2-for-1 combo. I was just wondering when the Vatican was just going to come out and just say, April Fool's, it's not Easter, or something. Because, let's face it, we can't expect anything at this point anymore. Okay. And now it's become awfully quiet, so I'm gonna have to turn that back up again. Close enough. So this is one of our new levels. We got a DeLorean right over here. I think it's not facing the right way to get into the... actually, no, it is facing the right way. I was mistaken. But yeah, we got all these tracks here, and we can hook up these stations together. How did I want to do this? I know it's more expensive to lay the tracks out like this, but it feels much better for me visually. And now I'm beginning to regret the combination that I stuck this in. But yeah, has anything changed since the last time I played this game? I know the game's changed quite a lot now that it's publicly available in its early release. Build 11 and all that jazz and that sort of thing. But there's stuff that's happened in my daily life, like the hair that I was trying to talk about earlier. And I'll just start by trying to explain how that worked out. So basically, when I was drying my hair after I was washing up, I found myself in a situation where when I was drying it off and I was trying to comb it one way, some of the hairs would go the other way, in the opposite direction, like a full 180 degrees in the opposite direction, and I just couldn't take it anymore. So I just decided to start from scratch again. So that all the new hairs that keep coming out actually come out straight, because I still was working with an inch or so of hair left over from chemotherapy from a few years back. And I was never able to live that down in terms of how my hair took forever to grow back. And that sort of thing, so I thought it was just best if I, started over, with the new hairline that I've got. But that's the other thing. Did I mention I was trying to get the rest of my hair back through chemical means? I don't think I mentioned that. But yeah, I didn't believe Rogaine was actually going to work, but apparently I think it kind of did. And it kind of surprised me, because I didn't believe it. And this isn't an advertisement, I swear. The fact that you actually have to put something on your head to actually get your hair back is ridiculous enough to me, but the idea of it actually having any vague semblance of working, maybe, that kind of surprised me, especially considering it said in the manual or instructions that you shouldn't use it to get your hair back after chemo, because it doesn't work like that. But apparently my hair was coming back anyway, so I guess it just gave it that boost to come back, because it was just taking its sweet dear time or something. I don't know. I can't explain how my hair works. I'm not a skin doctor. And I think I've got one too many trains heading over there, so I think I'll be able to just hook everything up over here. No, a little more like this. Not close enough. But we're gonna need 6 tires, we're gonna need some wheat. And I think we should have enough cattle for this station. That's the other thing they definitely added to this game. You can now micromanage 2 different stations that dispatch workers. And it does get a little complicated and a little overwhelming and confusing, but once you get familiar with the maps, it's not too difficult. See, we got 4 tires, we're gonna need 6. And I think I might almost have enough money to loop track around this crevice, this ravine over here, because I'm still working with the first prototype of locomotives and not the second one. I can only pull 2 cars at a time. This is a lot slower than I thought it was going to be. Was there anything else that happened? Well, there was a paper that was due today. Assignment 2, it was called, and I thought I had to race to school to get it turned in, and that sort of thing, but that's where I was wrong, because apparently class was cancelled, and I didn't know until I checked my email when I actually walked into the classroom. Some sort of a family emergency associated with my professor. Oh, no, no, stop! And I don't have enough money! Fantastic. At least I'll have enough to repair the locomotives. $6,000 just to fix that crater. And why is it going this way? I didn't tell you to go that way. Or at least I wasn't trying to. Turn you back around. Flip you back around. That should do it. Okay, I think this will work this time. We've had a few setbacks, but I think that's gonna be okay. Because we're not going to fight for all the stars. But I still haven't fixed that giant gaping crater here. So we're gonna have to get that sorted. think first things first, we're just gonna stop these 2 trains here. And then we're just going to try to build it once one of the trains has finally entered the station and I got the money for that. There we go. That'll do it. Spring break is officially over for my school, and I've finally returned, of course. Was there anything else I wanted to say? Because I feel like stuff was pretty uneventful. In my personal life, of course. The news cycle always sounds so crazy these days. But enough about that. Oh, why am I sending passengers? I should not be sending passengers this way. But I guess I'm sending them anyway. And I think I just realized that I have too much wheat. So we're just gonna have to go and send a train back. And we should be able to send this train out. But there's gonna be so much stuff I want to actually show you in the game that's available now. And I think I've got too many tires as well, so I'm just gonna send this one back. If I send stuff to a station that doesn't require a certain resource, it just shoots the train back out again. So I get no money, and I have another train on the track to manage, which I really don't want. Oh. I sent it the wrong way. Now that should do it. So that was the canyon level. Did I do the sand quarry? Did I show you the sand quarry? No, I did not show you the sand quarry. So let's start with that. Get it all nice and neat. And that is too much money. So I just guess we'll have to build it up to here and just send some trains over to the factory over here to make some glass. It doesn't really matter which order we put them in. And we'll have to build the brick kiln as well. Did I mention that I was trying to hear back from someone who was interested in hiring me for something? I really couldn't hear back from them because I didn't get the message or email saying when they wanted to see me. I was like, oh wow, I got this email that says they want to see me. I'm just gonna tell them to let me know when they're interested in actually seeing me in terms of the time and the date and the place. And I still haven't heard back from them. It's been over 2 weeks. Is it safe to assume that they've already gotten a position through, and that one of my messages got sent to spam on accident? Who knows? Maybe I'll just have to inquire in the door. And that's gonna be an awkward conversation. What else was there that I wanted to update you on? I did my normal Easter festivities, like I would regularly. How many trains can how many cars can I send over to the sand quarry? Because apparently it's a sand quarry instead of a clay quarry like I thought it was previously. Because I was sending, I thought it was sending clay to kilns, because you need clay to make bricks. But apparently the developers think you need sand to make bricks as well. I don't know how that works. The only time I remember any sort of aggregate being used for making bricks is when the bricks aren't actually clay bricks, they're like these weird paver stones or whatever that are made kinda like bricks, but not really. I think the video for how it's made probably explains it best. How they make those weird paver stone things that look like they're made from concrete, because that's technically what they're made from. Or is it cement? I always mix up the two. I don't know why, I just do. But they are completely distinct things, of course. And one requires the other for its completion. I think what stifles this level is this pace at which everything goes. That and the limited amounts of trains you can send out in specific directions. So it's not just the limited budgets or the amounts of people you can actually dispatch over to different work areas to do industrial activities and forward the Industrial Revolution, as the game description says. Let's see, nope, we still don't have enough. But we might have enough soon. But maybe not soon enough, so let's just kind of turn it up a notch. Let's see, with that 18K we should be able to just hook up the tracks like this. We're gonna need to send some more trains out to the quarry again. I'm curious though, is this the only... I just realized something. I can build tracks up this way that make things a lot easier. I thought this slope was too steep for me to build on, kind of like this one here. But I guess if there's a block on it when I'm in the build mode, it actually works. Because when I show up this grid in build mode, it tells me what I can build on and what I can't build on. I think these little crosshatches mean it's on a slope. When it's level, it's just a perfect square, and when you can't build anything on it, nothing shows up. So let's just build out like this. And while these trains and their workers are being sent over here to get that, I should be able to dispatch some more trains to the brick kiln. Speaking of brick kiln, that was one of the court cases we were talking about for one of my courses. I can't remember the name of it though, but it was a really critical court case for establishing police powers within the municipal levels of government in the United States. Long story short, there's this guy in Los Angeles in 1915 whose land gets incorporated into the city of Los Angeles, and he's frustrated and is pressing charges against the city of Los Angeles because he thinks, or he thought, that the restrictions on his land use impinged on his ability to make money off the land, and by depreciating the value so low, it was, in his opinion, a taking under the Constitution. And after going all the way up to the federal courts, they said, no, that is not a takings, to depreciate the value of land by restricting the kinds of uses you can put onto it. Because there are some necessary things that need to be done to make sure that you protect the public safety, health, and welfare. Because brick kilns, like the one this guy wants to make, back then they were known to be a lot more hazardous to human health, because there weren't any restrictions on how well your fuels were burnt. There wasn't a Clean Air Act or that sort of thing. There were no emission standards. So you could basically be just breathing soot all the time if you lived around a brick kiln or that sort of thing. So yeah, that ruling went through, set the precedent for police powers for the public health and welfare, and that sort of thing. And it's still applicable to this day. Oh, what else was there? Because I think that was probably all I could think about at the moment, but I want to play another level. So we're going to go to the dam, which is a bit of a difficult level. But it's difficult in terms of just trying to make everything concise and punctual and getting all of the stars. Should be able to loop the tracks this way. And that way, that'll do it. I'm trying to remember how I laid this out previously because it was difficult for me to find the right configuration of tracks. The one that suited me best and was the most efficient and visually uncluttered. And then we can pull this track all the way out to here, or not. One thing we definitely will need to do though is build a bridge here, but it's going to be expensive. Otherwise we can't efficiently get stuff around. The only decent slope that we can actually use is over here. And I would rather not have to put up with that, because it's a huge topographical bottleneck that nobody should have to deal with. See if I've got enough money to build up to here. Nope. Not even close. But we should have enough in just a moment. Almost. Just one more train and that should do it. Yeah, that'll do it. Then I'll have to upgrade the locomotive so that they actually travel at a decent clip. So how many bricks? 12 bricks over here. Pick up the pace a bit. Actually, no, let's send that back. Do we have enough money to build that bridge? Nope. Not even close. Now we'll flip this around. We should be able to send 12 bricks this way. think we've got enough money now. We'll be able to build this, hook it up right here, and right here. That's better. Yeah, that's way better. And I think I sent a train in the wrong direction. Again. And again. Dang it. And then we'll need to get some lumber. Approximately 10. Or rather, exactly 10. Keep sending trains the wrong way. But that should do it. I think we should have enough fairly soon. We'll be able to... Actually, we could upgrade all these trains now because we have so much money. And then I can just bring it down to a practical speed. Instead of having to speed things up. But then again, there is only so many pieces of wood that I'll need to send out. And I just forgot that I can send more cars with these much more powerful trains, so I guess I'm gonna have to get some more lumber. Unless... I think I know what to do now. I'll take these two, loop them around here. Take these three, loop them around here. And I will take this one and just send it over here because it only needs one. And I think that configuration should do it. Yep, it did it. And yeah, I think that's going to be it for today's episode. I'll get back to you when I have more stuff to tell you about, and when I have this all rendered out, and I actually have the time to make another video. So thank you all for watching. Thanks for stopping by. I will see you in the next video, and until then, take care, stay awesome, stay true to yourself, and remember to never give up. Bye, everyone.